right, welcome to the Outside Man
Welcome!
podcast. Yep, we have a special guest today.
Special.
Yep. So
Scott Minto.
Scott Minto. Yep. I'll go as Fui.
Fui?
Yep. And what were you guys?
Just Jason
Stevens.
Robson. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you guys have a good weekend?
Great weekend. Easter.
Yep.
What a great weekend. Great footy.
Yeah. No, not for the Roosters.
Not for the Cows.
Not for the Cowboys.
Not really for the Sharks either. Just the Raiders.
Thank you, Raiders.
But a lot to talk about.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, exciting. So, yep. Should we get into it?
Let's get into it. So, and I do want to just welcome Callum.
Yes.
It's good to have you on board.
Thanks for having
me.
Maddie's having an Easter break, so he'll be back on next week. Unless he gets
it's an honour.
too excited.
Yep.
It's a privilege.
Yeah. Yep.
Privilege
You're only
to
here for
talk.
1 week and then we're kicking you off.
Yeah.
So this is the Outside Man podcast. If it's your first time, group of laymen that haven't actually ever played rugby league professionally, talk about what we think, and it's really important that we get our information out there.
Armchair expert, which is
Armchair.
ironic because we don't have any...
Armchairs.
Yeah.
But great footy. First one's yours, Jed.
Yep. Penrith played outstanding, I thought. You know, like even though they had a couple of injuries, most notably Nathan Cleary, they just seemed to step up and they just performed really well. And I was very disappointed in how my Roosters played though. Too many errors. Yeah, like just not good enough. But in saying that, Penrith, I think, almost made us play that bad.
The young halfback played really well.
Brad Snyder, yep, he was amazing.
Is that his first game?
For Penrith, it is.
For Penrith, yeah.
Adelaide born.
Adelaide born. Wow.
FYI.
Yep.
He used to play at the Raiders, didn't he? Brad Schneider.
He very well could have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he did.
Yeah. I think it's just proof that Panthers can turn anyone
Yep.
into a really good playmaker. Like, you looked at him, you're like, this guy can play footy.
Yeah.
But you never heard of him or never saw anything of him until he...
Yeah, when they're in that sort of system and stuff, like
incredible.
They go into that structure and they've only got to do their job.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They don't have to do a million other things. He's like, this is your job. You come
go
in,
and do it.
direct and kick.
Yeah.
And he did it.
And then they'll win.
Edwards and the Y off the back.
Concerning Jed, Panthers have won the last 9 against you guys. Are you a little bit nervous about that?
Yeah, I am.
Because that's a stat, like, that's quite common across the NRL. The Panthers
Yeah.
have wood on a lot of teams, but the Roosters, Uncle Nick wouldn't like that.
Yeah, he wouldn't like that.
He wouldn't like that.
Yeah, so yeah. Just quickly, what did you guys think about the obstruction rule?
do we have
Like, the Roosters one was given a penalty, but then the Penrith one where he did take him out, that was given a try.
It was all weekend.
Yeah.
All weekend. It's just, all I want is consistency.
Yeah.
I know.
If that's the rule and they're going to stick with it, I'm happy.
Yeah.
Yeah. If they're like, okay, he ran through the line and stopped in front of someone, whether he's going to get to the ball or not, I guess common sense isn't a thing anymore. But then other times they're not pulling it up.
Yeah, so I think I've heard a couple of suggestions from actual experts of the game, not experts. They said that they think that they should get ex-NRL players into the box to make these decisions with them, to bring some common sense. I've got a suggestion, right? And you can laugh at me all you want. Have you ever disagreed with the commentator's perspective of a try or no try?
So
sometimes.
Sometimes?
Blocker,
Oh, okay, no.
I disagree with just about everything he says.
Blockers... Exclude.
I don't know why he gets the Sharks games.
I'm talking like,
but
we can sit
most
there
of the time,
and watch a replay and go, yeah, the commentators are right. And then the bunk will come in and go, yeah, it's no try. What are you talking about? So the Hargraves, to the letter of the law, he impeded Dylan Edwards, right?
Yeah.
To the letter of the law. But use common sense and go, there's no way in the world Dylan Edwards was going to get there.
It's like 20 metres
The problem is we have to be...
How do you quantify whether or not they could get there?
But that's the thing, we have to be okay. Are you okay? I'm okay if they go, look, in our opinion, he wasn't going to get there, that's why we've awarded the try. We have to be okay with them using discretion, because I think we're getting more frustrated with the black and white rule.
I think they've got to have some common sense. I think it's the stress. Everything's easy until you have the stress. So if you're in that box, it's all up to you, and you're like, you've got all the rules.
Yeah.
You know you're going to be sacked on Monday if
Yeah.
you make the wrong call, because that's what they're doing.
That's true.
And then you're like, well, I've got to do it, and you look at that and you go, this is ridiculous. He's probably hitting the button going, no try, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I imagine.
Yeah, that's a good point. 'Cause
And I think a second person in there would be helpful to
but they've
confirm.
got two.
I thought they only had one.
No, they've got two junior officials and then they've got the senior official.
In the
bunker.
In the bunker, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, common sense is the thing.
So I think, and then the second one was the first one was the Joey Manu no try, wasn't it?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
first one was the Joey Manu. And then,
Which I thought was a try.
Yeah.
No, and then what was the
Manu was the one where,
that was the run
The-
hard race
yeah.
running through.
No,
What was
no.
the second one that they there was
Penrith scored on the wing, I think, and then...
and they let it go, but there was an actual obstruction earlier on.
way,
to the,
way
to,
back.
but to the letter of the law.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? That's consistency. The same thing was with Seagulls. I think they need to quantify if it's this far away,
Yeah,
they're not going to get there.
yeah, true.
Because the Sharks one, they let go.
Yeah, I heard about that. I
Oh
didn't
no,
actually
no,
see
it wasn't Sharks. Was it the Cowboys? The Cowboys try. Because I'm like, oh, they're going to take it back from him because Felt actually
I'm trying to
obstructed someone.
Oh, I think I do remember what you're
when
talking about.
Holmes or who did and whoever it was ran through, and I said, I'm like, oh, they're going to pull it back for obstruction, and they're like, no, he's a support player,
He's a support player, yeah.
and I'm like,
But
oh,
do you know
what
that
is
was?
that rule?
He originally started that move, Coffell,
He did start it.
which is what I think they based that decision off. If he wasn't a part of any of that play, they
Yeah.
probably would have pulled it back.
Yeah,
and said-
okay.
I think that's what the interpretation was there, because I saw a few angry.
Yeah, we'd like to hear what you think. We'd like to hear some
Yeah.
ideas. So if you want to chuck it in the chat, I'll try and read it this week.
Sack the
and
bunker.
yeah, let's.
Yeah.
We can't go sacking the bunker.
No, we need
we need them because
all right, Rabbits beat the Dogs 2016.
Dogs played well.
Dogs played very well.
Dogs, I was impressed. Reed Marnie was on Matty Johns last night, and he said we're getting there, and I think they are. I'm
Yeah.
going to tip them this week against the Storm, just for the record.
So
Yeah.
on the Bunnies, obviously they've got some serious internal issues going on there.
Yeah.
But I'd like to think that they've turned a corner this week because they completed 100% in the first half,
Yeah.
16 from 16, and they finished the game at 97% completion
Yeah.
rate. And that says to me, that's discipline. That
Yeah.
says to me that that's a team that's responded to their coach this week. I still think they've got a few players, I think you guys spoke about it last week, a few players that need to be dropped.
Yeah.
I don't think Demetrio would have the nerve to drop someone like Latrell Mitchell or Cody Walker, but if it comes to it, what do you guys think?
Yeah.
How did he go this week?
He went okay, Latrell, but he doesn't get himself involved. Like you see Blake Taff, and he played for South last year. Like he's running meters, he's getting involved and everything like that. And even though Latrell is more probably talented, he's putting in 100% effort all the time.
I 100% agree, except for I'm pretty sure that's coach directed. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure the coach is like, don't get the Ferrari to do all the miles. You get him to finish the tries. So I'm pretty sure he's been told. But when you look at how good GI was when he was running back for fullback for when he was playing for the Rabbitohs, why could he not go through about 30 players running the ball back?
Yeah.
I think they're missing out. I think it's a coach, but I think they're missing out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think he would do it. I don't think he would drop anyone.
Yeah.
But Shane Flanagan, when he dropped Andrew Fafita, and he got so upset, he came on and scored a try.
Yeah.
Like you've got to be able to do it.
Lachlan Ilias probably, that win probably puts Lachlan Ilias further down the...
Yeah.
I don't think Hawkins was
Amazing.
amazing. I actually like Lachlan Ilias. I don't think
Yeah, I think
this
he's a good
has
player.
been his...
Oh, I think
but-
there's going to be teams ready to throw some cash at him. This is your game, Callum.
Moving on to the Dragons and the Sea. We don't have to talk about the Bronx and Cowboys.
I'll admit,
Yep.
I said if Adam Reynolds plays, his kicking game will be terrible. I have to say he proved me wrong. Doesn't seem there was anything wrong with him. Just seems like that was Kevy trying to put a roost over everyone.
Look, I'll be honest and say, like, I said this to you guys last week. I wasn't fooled by going 3-0 to start the season.
Yeah.
Each of those games, 20 plus points have been scored on us, and our defence has been, Cowboys' defence has been really poor through the middle. We're not getting the marker quickly enough off the tackle, and I said during the week, I had a feeling the result was going to go this way, and I kind of wanted it to, because I don't think there's going to be mass change or mass emphasis on our defence unless there's a result like this. It took a good team to break us apart and blow us off the field.
So I was talking to you yesterday. Tom Lolo, McLean, even Cotter seemed so slow.
Yeah.
They were just straight through.
It doesn't help when you concede 17 errors. We literally completed at 55%.
It's just not good.
Not good enough, and they didn't. The thing with the Cows is that we've seen it. I don't think I've seen a better attacking team so far to start this season, but we're not going to win. We're not going to win games just based on our attack, and that was proof.
You can get to the finals like that, but you can't go any further. You need some defence.
The Bronx, in the way they started the game, they rolled up the field. And from the kick-off, I'm like, this is going to be dangerous. So they were just rolling up the field. We turned up expecting to throw the ball around, score some points, and outscore the Bronx.
Yeah, and it was raining.
Never going to happen. So, well done to the Bronx.
The next game, Dragons versus Seagulls. I don't know how to pick the Dragons this year. You thought they were gone, and then they came out. A few contentious calls in this one too, but the Dragons played well. Lomax.
And I thought the Dragons brought the Seagulls actually down to their sort of level. Like they slowed down the ruck and all that stuff. So.
I've never seen Turbo make so many errors. He dropped the ball a few times. I mean, there's lots of drop balls at the moment everywhere. No one's clinical at the moment, but
I would say Manly looked like they were bored doing the things that they needed to do to win games. I saw that post on Twitter, and they said that Manly just look like they don't want to do the things that they have to do to win the game. They thought that was just Dragons, come up, knock them off, no worries, see you later. Did you see the footage of the Turbo boys, Turbo, Gerbo and Burbo sitting in the sheds after the game? They were just like...
they're like school kids.
Just shell-shocked. I don't know what Seabold's a coach. I don't think he sprays, but
that's good. You can't, those three guys, well, I don't know much about Burbo, but those two guys, you can't deny that they're effort players.
And it would have, Jake
is very much.
Hates losing, and he would have been sitting there filthy going, I busted my... And you guys gave me nothing.
So I've heard there's going to be in the Pipeworks a swap, Lomax for Schuster.
Gee, who would you rather?
Because Lomax wants to leave. He wants to leave. The Seagulls desperately need a centre, and they'll let him play centre. Schuster's playing reserve grade.
Brad Parker.
So if you sign Josh Schuster, does he get like a free Macca's like meal deal with the package?
Light and easy.
Josh Schuster is on 800k.
I gotta go. And so that's the thing. And Flanagan has a history, especially at the Sharks, of signing players and getting the other team to play their contract. So he did it with Wade Graham, he did it with Fafita, he did
Jack Bird?
No, not Jack Bird, Barber. Barber, Broncos paid most of his wage.
Luciano, we're paying some.
Luciano.
Not all of it, but
I
some.
think, I don't know if he's got the work ethic to fit in there, but if he gets rid of Lomax, that's a lot of money up his sleeve, and if they end up paying half a Schuster as well, I think that'll be a good win. But
All right, next game, Dolphins versus the Titans, and the Dolphins won that this 30-14. I thought this was a terrible game, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
I turned off after 20 minutes. It was
Well,
terrible.
due to super coach reasons, I wanted to see Bostock score a few more tries, so
Yeah.
I was watching for
He was
that.
in my team as well. Yeah.
That, and I also had Kerr, who
Almost
had a
turned up for
great
me.
game. So,
Yeah.
super coach reasons, I was watching,
You got the
but no, I didn't have
He
hammer.
turned up.
The guy I was playing had hammer.
The hip drop, Max Plath, he's
Yeah.
going to miss quite a few
He's-
weeks. Unfortunately for him, the guy who was above him, someone else was making the tackle above him and
Yeah.
pulled him and made the tackle worse. But unfortunately, he will miss.
It was
If
bad.
Carrigan got 4 weeks a couple of years
Yeah.
ago or a year ago, he'll be sitting down for quite some time.
So
Yep.
the Dolphins are running first. Is that a false economy?
Yeah, it is.
Well,
because
they
they've
haven't
had a
won
bye.
as many
They've had a
games.
bye. So
Yeah.
if you look at the
So-
ladder, the only teams that have won 3 games are the Cows, Penrith,
Sure.
and Sharks. No, yeah, Sharks. Yeah, Sharks.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Dolphins are on top, great, but they've also won against easy teams too.
All right, Warriors Knights. How'd you
Yeah.
feel about that one?
It was a good game.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did you think of it, Jason?
I really enjoyed watching Uncle Roger and Ponga
Yeah.
carve it up, even Montoya. So Metcalf went down.
Cool.
Yeah,
This was my
Is he out for
favourite.
the season now?
No, he's gone for a little while. What do they say? Suspected ankle injury, so it's not
So-
an ACL or anything.
Chanel, I don't know how to say
Chanel.
it. He kicked it to Montoya and he scored. And I'm like, oh, the backup half has kicked it to the backup winger.
Yeah.
That's a really nice moment. But I thought it was exciting. I've tipped Warriors to win the comp, so
Have you?
that's
Yeah, I think they're going to go damn close.
I honestly think how do they take RTS out of fullback now?
I just think how amazing are they going to be with Klookstar there and RTS at.
275 run meters, 6 tackle breaks.
But imagine if they keep swapping. Imagine when they get tired, they swap over from centre to fullback.
I think that's
How
the
do you
game
stop
plan.
that? That is just crazy. Metcalf comes back with his speed,
Yeah.
following up there too.
It's,
Yeah, there was another sellout there as well.
I think the
Yeah.
Knights. I tipped them to finish bottom 4 this year.
I were worried about how they only just beat Melbourne with so many players out,
Exactly.
and I was like,
They haven't
that's
shown
not.
any glimpses. Ponga had a couple of streaky moments. It was like, oh, he's on.
Yeah.
But I don't think the Knights will compete later on in September.
Yeah.
Talking about bludger of a game, I don't know if you're not a Sharks supporter. I don't know how you would have sat through that.
Yeah, I watched it.
So many errors.
Yeah, so the Raiders were up 18-0.
18-0.
Yeah, in the first like 20 minutes or whatever.
Yep.
And then the Sharks, I think they scored 2 quick tries. No, they scored 3 tries in a row,
Yeah.
didn't they? Like 3 in 3
So
sets.
Jack Williams came on and he turned that game around. Him
Yeah.
and McInnes up the middle, really.
176
really turned it
metres
on.
in 46 minutes.
Yeah. So he was amazing. Ronaldo, there was a moment Ronaldo just got sick of it,
Yeah.
and he just went after Tarpany, and I mean pick on the biggest player. I love that. Went on it and then just broke through, and he had a great game.
Did Ricky have a whinge after the game?
I haven't seen Ricky's press
He
conference.
usually does.
Yeah.
Fitzgibbon wasn't happy at all.
Oh, really?
He was happy for the young guys that debuted or their
Yeah.
first couple of
Did
games.
one of your centres get benched halfway through the game?
No, Talakai got dropped from back row.
What?
Oh,
Did he?
yeah.
He was that bad.
No, they reckon it was giving him a rest, but I hope they give him a further rest.
That's giving him a rest.
No, Iro and Raymond were still playing. They were the centres. No, it was Talakai.
You've got to keep.
playing back
You've
row.
got to keep Iro in the team. Mainly for my super coach, but you also got to keep him in the team because I thought he looked great.
I thought he's great. He's young.
Yeah.
He got just as many metres.
He's fiery too, isn't he?
Yeah, I think him and Ronaldo will be great.
Oh,
Great
Ronaldo
pairing.
is that player that just gets under your skins.
When he was on Raymond's side, it was quite bad because they were just playing
Yeah.
penalties all day long.
Yeah.
But the Sharks, look, it's a bit like what you were saying, the Cowboys. We showed our amazing attack,
Yeah.
but
Your defence has been
our
questionable
defence,
as well.
those first 3 tries
Yeah.
were so soft. I may have
Yeah.
yelled.
And and just quickly, I think there's some players, if the Sharks want to be serious premiership contenders in the next couple of years, you know, like your fullback and stuff like that, like you need to move on.
I'd move on Talakai, Wilton, and Kennedy.
Yeah.
But in fairness, Cade Dykes might have became the fullback if he didn't get injured again.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
So he was our backup. So Now we're filming Monday morning because that's the time we can film. So we didn't actually get to see the Tigers demolish the Eels.
How about we do a review of the game even though it hasn't happened yet?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, what a great win from the Tigers.
I really think Appy's third game in a row.
I know.
Amazing. And
Yeah.
Calvin, this young halfback.
Yeah. And didn't you think that Eels they're missing Moses, weren't
Yeah,
they?
what about the send-off?
Yeah, I know.
How do you feel about the high shot from Hopgood? Was it?
Standard Hopgood?
Yes.
Yeah. Good, yeah.
A few weeks off.
That's what
now,
you
I
get
think.
for playing for the BWA Bulldogs.
What about the mousetrap play through the legs?
Oh,
Yeah. Anyway.
So,
And then
anyway,
the Storm had the bye.
good win to the Tigers. It's
Up
Storm
the
had the
Tigers,
bye, and
2024 champions, here we go.
really good. So, great week of footy that was
It was,
there.
yep.
And the good news is we get to do it again.
Yep.
Storm playing the Broncos.
Oh, what a banger.
Big game. So we haven't got to Team List Tuesday yet.
No.
But I hear rumours that Munster's back.
Really?
So
But you can't come back early from a groin injury.
you can.
When was he supposed to come back?
Well, I thought it was like at least going to be a
No,
couple of weeks.
they've been so shadowy about this. It's like, oh,
Yeah, I
no.
It's like Kevin Smith's retirement.
I reckon he'll be back. Because they had the bye. I think he'll be back. It's the Bronx.
Amy Park, the Bronx have been playing well. I don't know if they get
The
anyone
Bronx,
back.
Melbourne have a hoodoo over Brisbane. I can't see. I don't know. Who's favourites in that game? I think
The Storm are $1.42 favourites.
$1.42. I think that's about right.
At
In
Amy
Melbourne.
Park, it's a pretty difficult place to win.
Tristan Saylor though for the Bronx.
He was great.
Yeah.
If with Reece Walsh there forever, someone will be lining up for his signature right now.
Oh, definitely.
Wendell said on some podcast, I don't remember what one, he said that he had an offer to go to England and he turned
You
it
won't go to
down
England.
because he said, I will get in this side.
There's 16 other NRL clubs. Some of them will need a fullback.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Sharks, Will Kennedy,
yeah.
Tristan Saylor. Here you go.
Someone that can tackle.
Someone's going to be
Fantastic.
offering him big
All right,
money.
what are we thinking? We're thinking the Storm? Storm at home?
I have to wait for the teams to come out.
Nah, make it cool. Come on.
I'll go Melbourne.
I'll go Melbourne.
I will tip Melbourne only because of their hoodoo over the Bronx. But I think the Bronx will make a decent game of it, and it wouldn't surprise me if Adam Reynolds puts a masterclass.
We will say our tips are subject to change depending on how we feel on Thursday.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Because I think I changed them all. Although, Jed, I'm sorry, I'm going to go Bulldogs over Roosters.
I don't blame you.
I think this is the game. They're going to kill it. Everyone's at home, Acor Stadium.
Yeah, like Luke Keary needs to be dropped. He just doesn't
Again?
have
So,
it.
did you say Bulldogs over Roosters?
Yep, I'm calling it.
But in saying that, I think the Roosters will be very fired up with the way.
I can't tip against the Roosters.
I don't know if the Roosters being fired up is a good thing.
I will
Radley was trying to put shots on all game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
tip the Roosters, but will want the Dogs to win.
Well, the Dogs going to be. This
Yeah,
is
I
going
think
to be
that's
my
my
smoky of the week.
What are you? You're a Roosters fan. Why do you want the Dogs to win?
No, I didn't. Did I say that?
I thought you just said that.
Oh no, I didn't. No.
We'll check the tape later.
All right, coming into Knights v Dragons. Can you tip the Dragons? Yeah,
That's going to be a real poo slinger, that one.
I can tip against the Knights and feel pretty confident. I think.
Oh,
Yeah,
but-
I'm going to tip Dragons here.
Dropping Hastings didn't work, by the way. We'll just add that in there.
They're at home though. The Knights at home. That's a tough game to tip. I think.
I don't know. Are the Dragons on again, off again? Is this their off again?
I mean,
They're playing in Wollongong. They're not playing when they leave.
I'll have to go Knights only for
Yeah.
the home crowd.
Did you see Jackson Hastings was trying to have a dig at Andrew Voss?
No.
Because of some comment that Vossy said, there's the reserve graders playing, watching the Newcastle game, and
He was
then
there.
Jackson Hastings was there, and and he got upset because he got referred as a reserve grader.
Was he playing for the reserve graders?
Yeah, he was playing for the reserve.
Getting upset, mate.
It's get upset. I think there's been a really big trend this year of dropping your halfback when the rest of your team doesn't perform.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was necessarily. It was good seeing KP come down the left though, and try and put something on last week. But yeah,
You
look,
going?
Smart is the Knights. I don't know if I might go Dragons though.
Yeah, I'll go Dragons.
Interesting. Gamble responsibly.
Yep.
Rabbits, Warriors. So 9 versus 16.
Oh,
How ridiculous is that?
yeah, you've got to go to Warriors, don't you?
Yeah. The only thing
In
is, like,
Sydney,
it's in Sydney. That's the only thing.
the Rabbits had a
Yeah.
win last week.
Yeah, but
Alex Johnson is out.
if you're tipping on form, you've got to go to Warriors. I still think they're playing better footy than the Rabbits at the moment.
Yeah.
I'll be tipping the Warriors.
Yeah, I'll tip the Warriors. And I don't even think the Warriors have played to their full potential yet.
No.
But yeah, anyway.
Seagulls v Panthers. There's some information going around that maybe Cleary's coming back.
Possibly. I've heard that on the grapevine on Twitter.
You wouldn't rush him. They're
No, 'cause
still
they
winning.
got a bye next week.
Yeah.
So give him a rest this week. He has another rest next week. Then he's back.
So if he comes back, he has to be 100%.
Look, either way, I'm tipping Penrith.
Yeah.
Cleary or no Cleary, they've just proven to me.
Yeah, look, I don't think you can, in this game, I know they lost against the Dragons, but being at home, I don't think what happened last week, you can really take that into consideration
Who's this?
with Manly.
Yeah.
I still think if you think
Yeah.
Penrith v Seagulls, who you tipping? Penrith most days.
Penrith
Yeah.
most days, but I wouldn't be surprised if Manly,
4 points,
yeah,
home game.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, Manly rarely play a bad game at home.
Locals of rookie
Yeah, rookie.
get pretty rowdy.
I know. I've sat on the hill before.
Won't affect Penrith. They're just such a good team.
Yep.
Um,
Dolphins, Tigers. Tigers coming off a big win.
Oh yeah, beating the Eels today.
At Suncorp.
That's
I think I'm going the Dolphins.
Yeah, I think I'll go. They're a bit hit and miss, the Dolphins, I find.
Yeah, I think they're forward pack.
Uncle Wayne's got them humming at the moment.
Yeah.
I
They do have strike out.
I'll go the fins up.
Yeah, I think I'll go Dolphins. But yeah, I may change.
Cowboys, Titans. Cowboys at home. I don't think anyone could tip the Titans, could they?
No.
So last year, leading into the final series, we had to beat the Titans, and they absolutely came out and steamrolled us and ruined any chance of us making the finals.
But they had Tino.
They had Tino. What I'm expecting is a Cowboys outfit to come out. If it's a dry track, I think we'll lay heaps of points on them. If it's not, I think this could be potential for ambush, because Desi's probably ripped a few doors off in the locker room this week. And I got a feeling that if there's a team that can ambush us, it'll be the Titans, because we'll just forget how to play footy.
Is it still raining up in North Queensland?
I will tip the Cows though.
Is it still raining?
Yeah, it's still raining. It always rains.
Yeah, it's been raining for the last month.
Yeah, so I will tip Cows, but it wouldn't surprise me if the Titans roll us.
I can't see the Titans doing anything.
They shouldn't
Yeah.
do anything.
Personally.
Pretty bad.
Tanner Boyd, I think he's still scarred from kick-out. If you watch that Dogs game, kick-out running at Boyd and he just being scared out, that's the front.
Just on that, last week's podcast, Matt spoke about making his own bed and staying in his own bed or swapping teams.
Yeah.
He needs to stay with the Titans.
Does he?
Yeah, he needs to
There was,
say.
there was 4 years there where the Cows
There you
finished
go.
bottom 4.
Yeah.
Gotta stick with your
Sharks, in 2014, Sharks got the wooden spoon,
Yeah.
and then 2016, with the help of some
Peptides
peptides.
2015.
yeah.
2016, just over salary cap, but they let that one slide under the carpet.
No, the
too.
peptides were before that. 2014 was when we got
Did-
dropped
did-
for the peptides.
Yeah, didn't the Cowboys buy Thurston a house or something like that?
That's what we do. We build our players' houses.
Yeah.
They got to live somewhere.
As if you can talk, as if you can talk, Uncle Nick.
Sombrero.
Hey,
I think.
Happily admit that we build our players' houses. That's okay.
no, I'm staying out of this, so.
Righto, Uncle Nick. There's his new
He
name.
tried to get in and then he backtracked real quick.
Where's Jed gone?
Last game.
Here's the deal.
Ah.
If the Titans win,
Yeah.
I will wear a Broncos hat on the podcast next week, which is the worst thing I could possibly think of.
Come by Broncos head.
I'm not buying a Bronco. I'm not giving them any money.
Someone will have to buy it though. I'm not gonna. I can't purchase one.
All right, last
That'll
game
kill me.
on Sunday night, Raiders versus Eels. This will be a good game, I think.
At this second, it's 6v7.
Yeah.
At this second, the Raiders are turning back into the faders.
Yeah, I know.
Starting,
I don't know what to make of that game. What do you think? What do you make of the Eels this year? I can't read them.
without Moses,
Dylan Brown though.
Dylan Brown's good,
King
but
Gutho.
Yeah.
I don't know what to make of the Eels. I still can't. If someone said to me, where do you see the Eels finishing this year? I don't know. It's so hard to know.
I picked them at 14 last year, and they came 14, 15. And I don't know. I just don't. What I do is when you look at the team list and you look down that and you think, oh, that player's going to kill us. Gutho's going to compete for everything,
Yep.
but I don't know.
I'll go Ricky's Raiders there.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
I just home game.
Did you hear there that
Ricky's going to get into that. They're going to be a lot
Oh,
of.
absolutely.
They're going to be running
Yeah.
sand hills or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you guys hear with the Eels injury crisis, they actually made inquiries from Mitchell Pearce to come back?
What injury crisis?
Injury crisis.
They
Oh,
lost one player.
yeah, I know. That's what they were calling it.
Crisis.
Yeah, but Mitchell Pearce said, no, I'm
Yeah.
retired.
And it's the Eels.
Yeah.
I think Panthers have lost just as many. They're not
Yeah,
in
I know.
crisis. Yeah, cool. And then Sharks have got the bye. We're going to have a
I think
break.
the bye will get up there.
Look, Cronulla is known to be a hard place to have a bye in. Yeah.
I'm tipping it.
Yeah.
But it'll be great.
2 points is 2 points, hey, Jace.
Yep.
Yep.
It'll be good.
Kind of mixes up the ladder a bit though, because like you said, the Dolphins are first. I just don't see. Are they still first after yesterday?
Well, we're just about to talk about the ladder. So the Dolphins are first, but they've still lost a game.
Controversial. Why do we give 2 points for the bye? Why don't you just get no points?
I think it's the same thing.
But people look at that ladder now and go, "Oh, the Dolphins are first." They're not.
No.
Why do we
Yeah.
give 2 points for the bye?
Well, they're first with another 5 teams on the same points.
Really?
So Dolphins, Panthers, Cowboys, Sharks, Storm really have all lost a game. That's what we're looking at. They've all lost one game. And then, so that's the top.
The thing that I actually love is that my Roosters, coming into the round, we were 8th, and then we jumped up to 6th.
With a loss.
Yeah,
With a loss. He lost in game.
That's why I don't like the bye.
Then you guys are 4 on 4 points. The Eels on 4 points. Raiders on 4 points. Warriors are on 4 points. Seagulls. Tigers on 4 points. Another false thing
See
because
that,
of that.
that bottom 4 there? You've got the Dogs, Knights, Rabbits, and Titans. It would not surprise me come around 27 if it's still the same.
I think the Tigers will drop significantly.
Benji.
And
What's wrong with Benji?
there's nothing wrong with Benji. It's his team. Appy's really good. I think when Luai gets there next year, they'll get close to the top 8.
Yeah.
The Rabbits will perform at some point. Their team's too good. Whiten was very good. So that'll be that. But another great week of footy coming up. So
Yep.
that'll be good. Callum, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
That was
Yep.
good.
Yep.
Jed, pleasure as always.
Yep, pleasure as always.
Yeah, have a great life and see you next time.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, actually, don't forget, what are we looking for? 100 subscribers. So ding, ding, ding. And we will choose one lucky person out of that 100.
Not the 100th.
Not the 100th.
No one will subscribe.
Yeah, everyone wait. So one lucky person. Matt's going to work out how to do that. We will give you a giveaway. So get on, give us a subscribe, do the ding ding thing, and the bell and comment. All those things. We'd love to hear from you.
Yep, thanks, guys.
See you later. Good life.
Good luck.
Yeah.